Hello, good morning, Dr. Harold Mayaba. I would like to introduce to our audience that today we have Dr. Harold Mayaba as an eminent speaker for our chat session interview today. He is affiliated to Department of HM Agri Food Consulting and Speaking, New Zealand. Topic: The future of education in the age of AI. Welcome to the chat session for Eurasia Research. So, starting with
Thank you very much.
you are most welcome. Starting with the chat session now. You have presented this topic, the future of education in the age of AI, at the conference. Please explain your research in a nutshell.
Thank you very much for that question. So I presented this research, and this is the first of its kind in the AI age where I've represented this research. It's because I've been very curious about how our education system is changing because of AI. So when I talk about education, I mean the formal education at the in the universities. A student using the traditional way of doing research, a student really giving us research papers without the use of AI. So I embarked on this because I've just been curious as to the quality of work being shown or handed to to professors, lecturers. It's high quality, and you can tell that this work was not done by a student. And when you put it through the system, some of the work that students hand in for grading, it comes out 100% generated by AI. And even the period that it takes for a student to complete a paper or a work, it's shorter than it used to be. So I was just curious, wanting to find out exactly how this is impacting our education system globally.
Thank you. Our next question is, what are the challenges you have faced in your research journey?
So the challenges that I faced is that at the moment data is not readily available to see what is happening from different parts of the world, especially in countries like Africa and Asia, especially developing countries. To really track how much, or rather how many students are using AI when they're doing their assignment, that information is still a little bit patchy. But in some countries, for example, if you go to the UK, in UK, just this year, it was reported that 94% of undergraduate students, they reported to have used AI during their assignments. And in the US, you can imagine high school students. It was reported that 84% were using AI to help them in one way or another to do their classwork. And then the Digital Education Council actually reported that about 28 students, or rather 28% of the students surveyed, and they surveyed about 27,000 students from 35 different countries. They reported that a percentage of 28 out of over 27,000 students, they didn't feel their work was good enough. So they needed AI to help them in one way or another. They felt that whatever work they produced was never to a level of what AI could produce. So you can imagine this is a huge number, meaning these are the people who, even when they're students, rather, even when they're handing in their assignment, they feel like, I'm not good enough. I need to use AI. So they are forced to use AI to make their work look better, because remember, they are competing with other students and they feel left out. So the number of students who want to use AI during the assignment is just skyrocketing, is really going high.
So
I
I
hope I've answered your question there.
yeah, yeah. You have answered very well. So our next question is, what was your motivation during the research?
My motivation, because let me say, our formal education, if we are not careful, it's losing value. People are questioning as to whether university education still makes sense. Why should I go to uni? Why should I get if I can go on ChatGPT and learn some skills that will start giving me money tomorrow? AI, some people are cashing out because of using AI. They're developing apps. Within a few months, they are making thousands of dollars. So for me, it's a question of how do we make sure as educators we do something about AI for our universities to remain relevant. Otherwise, we are heading towards a situation where the young people don't want to go to university because it doesn't make sense. Who wants to sit in class for 4 or 5 years? Then when you graduate, you discover that actually your skills are not even needed because AI can do that even faster than somebody who graduated from university. So we need to do an overhaul of how we view formal education for our universities to remain relevant. And this is serious and we are running out of time. If we think we can continue with our traditional education system in these universities around the world, well, I'm sorry to say, things are not looking good. The numbers of students enrolling in these universities will keep going down. So we need to do something about it.
Okay. So our next question is, what advice would you give to young researchers who are just starting out in the research world based on your own experiences and insights?
That's a very good question. I think my advice I'd give to a young researcher is AI is a tool that is there in front of us. We all have it. But we should not surrender ourselves to be controlled by it or to transfer our brains for AI to take over our lives. We can use AI as a tool the same way we use, the way we are using internet, Google to find answers. But then the thinking belongs to the researcher, the young researcher himself, to come up with ideas. Because otherwise, you are giving power to a tool which is in your hands. And how do you feel at the end of the day? You produce something that looks so good, but probably you don't even have a better understanding about that kind of research that you have produced. And when your knowledge is tested out there in the world, you can't replicate something because AI did everything for you. Maybe you don't even understand the concept of that kind of research you produce. So my advice is that AI is there as a tool to help us enhance or maybe even do some tasks quicker than before. But let's not surrender our brain to AI to take over. Let's just use it wisely. But again, I know you didn't ask this question, but I think we need more regulations how students use AI in these universities, which I think most of the universities, they're still lagging behind. Some universities, they're not too sure how to handle this monster that is just in front of us.
Yes, right. So our last question is your positive feedback about our conference.
You guys are doing great.
Thank
You're
you.
doing great because the topics that you bring to the audience are so relevant. These are the topics, modern topics, that are there to answer or try to answer some today's challenges. So I would say keep doing what you're doing and bring more people on the platform to share these ideas. And the more we share about ideas, especially in the age of AI, the better we position our institutions, or the better we actually equip our young people for tomorrow, not to rely on AI and the technology that is there, but actually to use this as a tool. So keep doing what you're doing, you guys, and bringing people from all around the world. That's a very good thing because we share ideas. We share knowledge from different parts of the world.
Yes, thank you so much for your feedback. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, Harold. And thank you for attending this chat session. We are honored to have you, and it will be great to see you at our future conferences as well. Thank you so
I'm
much.
looking forward. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Bye
Thank
bye
you.
for now.
You are most welcome.